Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, trotting through traffic, a pair of ponies run loose down the streets of St. Albert. Cyclist complaints, the city hearing from riders struggling to pedal down bike lanes. And a Frozen fundraiser, how a family is using their backyard rink to help the Stollery.
CTV Edmonton. Local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
A man in St. Albert charged in the death of his common-law wife and their baby made a brief court appearance today. 33-year-old Christopher Beasley is charged with second-degree murder and 2 counts of indignity to a body. Police found the remains of Beasley's partner, 23-year-old Ela Gotik Learn, in a St. Albert apartment last month. Their 9-month-old baby is presumed dead, although her body has not been found. Police believe the mother and baby were killed in early December. Beasley is in custody. He appeared in court today by closed-circuit television. His case has been put over 3 weeks, so he has time to find a lawyer. A former instructor with the Canadian Armed Forces Cadet Program has been charged with sexual assault. 37-year-old Charles Bernanchez is accused of sexually assaulting 3 male teenagers between 2009 and 2016. He's facing a number of charges, including sexual assault with a weapon, and sexual exploitation. Bernanchez has been released from custody and must follow a number of conditions. One worker is dead and another is injured after being hit by a pipe at an oil sands site south of Fort McMurray. It happened late last week at the Christina Lake North site. Occupational Health and Safety says the workers were struck by a pipe that rolled off a truck they were unloading. Cenovus Energy says the workers were employed by a third-party contractor. It also says it's working with the appropriate authorities. This is the second workplace death in the oil sands this year. Last month, the worker died while operating a piece of machinery that sank into a muskeg at Suncor's Fort Hills site. Parkland County are looking for someone they believe is connected to a grandparent scam. They say a man called the victim and claimed his grandson was arrested and needed bail money. Mounties say a short time later, a man went to the victim's home and took $8,500 in cash. This picture was taken from the victim's doorbell camera. The suspect is described as about 30 years old, stands about 5'10", and has some facial hair. He was wearing a dark coat at the time. Police say this happened in late January in Wabamun, and they're looking for information that could lead them to the man. It's deja vu for the city of Edmonton. It's fielding complaints about snow clearing, this time from cyclists. CTV's Merrick DeCash reports.
Cyclists are being forced to maneuver around chunks of ice as crews continue to clear the city's network of bike lanes.
It's been a challenging winter with heavy snowfall and lots of freeze and thaw cycles so far, but we have been hearing lots of complaints from folks about particularly ice on active pathways.
Ryan Jakes rides his bike almost every day during the winter. He says he's not alone.
In January, this saw an average of 136 cyclists every day, and it's cleared within 24 hours of a snowfall.
The bike lane along 110th Street at 87th Avenue is considered priority 1. This active pathway is in good shape compared to some others. We found a few bike lanes in rough shape near 76th Avenue.
I would say that it's been a challenging winter for all types of transportation networks. We have had a bunch of ice, a bunch of snow, and then followed by rain, thaw, freezing all over the place. So we're having troubles on a lot of different types of pathways.
The city says the equipment used for roads and bike lanes is different.
The active pathways crews are primarily composed of manual or small equipment operators. They are not the ones who drive the truck plows, the big, large equipment. They aren't the same people.
Like roadways, bike lanes also have a priority system, with priority 1 lanes cleared within 24 hours.
Finding ways to clear ice, whether that's more brushing, a well-groomed path, maybe some more anti-ice brine, just ways to make the cycling a safe option during the winter for all Edmontonians.
The city says it's looking for ways to improve snow and ice removal on active pathways for next year. Councillor Ann Stevenson says that includes potentially reintroducing the use of calcium chloride. Merrick DeCash, CTV News, Edmonton.
Mayor Andrew Knack will be in Ottawa this week with his counterparts from across the country. Knack will be meeting with federal ministers as part of the Big City Mayor Caucus. Municipal leaders from 23 of Canada's largest cities will meet. Knack will have a chance to engage directly with the federal government on key issues like Edmonton's infrastructure needs, affordable housing, and economic opportunities. The big city mayors are also expected to discuss public safety, including bail reform and a rising wave of extortion cases. The mayor will meet tomorrow until Friday. A second recall petition for a UCP MLA has failed. The person behind the campaign to recall Angela Pitt says he's giving up the campaign after collecting 2,200 names. The petition needed 15,000 signatures by the end of Tuesday to go ahead. Derek Keenan says despite the result, the petition brought attention to local concerns in the riding of Airdrie East. 26 petitions were launched last year against members of the legislature. Prime Minister Mark Carney is appointing Edmonton MP Eleanor Olszewski as ministerial lead for the Jasper wildfire recovery effort. The 2024 wildfire destroyed about 1/3 of the town. It displaced an estimated 2,000 people. Since then, the federal government has committed more than $383 million to recovery. Olszewski will coordinate the federal government's recovery and rebuilding efforts by working with provincial, municipal, and Indigenous leaders to keep projects moving. Peace officers in St. Albert were involved in an unusual pursuit this morning. Around 7:45, officers were called about a couple of loose ponies in the El Dorado area. The city says while leaving home, their owner left the gate open, allowing them to escape. For Angela Walter, the ponies made for a slow but entertaining commute to work this morning.
We were about to turn onto Belrose, and then these two sweet little ponies come running out of nowhere down Belrose, having obviously the best morning of their life, running down, and then we turn onto Erin Ridge Drive, and we had to follow these ponies all the way down Belrose Drive, really slow.
The city says the peace officer responding followed the ponies closely and was able to direct them into a parking lot. There, the officers and several others who pulled over managed to keep them corralled with their arms. The animal's owner arrived with a trailer a short time later, and we're told the ponies were unharmed. It's going to be a long winter in Western Canada, according to groundhogs in this part of the country, while the east can expect an early spring. Environment and Climate Change Canada says the various critters and mascots could be correct, but winters are becoming less predictable. CTV's Jeremy Thompson reports.
On Groundhog Day, we put our trust in nature to help predict the weather. What is that? There's definitely going to be 6 more weeks of winter.
That is more or less what happened for groundhogs in Western Canada. Van Island Violet, Balzac Billy, and Manitoba Merv all saw their shadows after emerging from their dens, predicting a long winter ahead. Environment and Climate Change Canada suggests the opposite.
So I look at the map here and it shows all Alberta. It looks like it's on fire. I mean, it is absolutely showing warmer than normal. The confidence very high that that is what's going to happen.
Climatologist David Phillips says predicting the weather months into the future is becoming more challenging for scientists.
There's competing forces. It's not just El Nino and La Nina. It's climate change. It's polar vortex. It's all kinds of things that kind of mess up what the forecast should be.
On Groundhog Day, we put our trust in nature to help predict the weather. I don't like that. That's an omen of cold.
Out east, the groundhogs are predicting an early spring. That includes Lucy the lobster in Barrington, Nova Scotia. Whether they're correct or not, it's all a bit much for Phillips.
You've got stuffed groundhogs. You've got people dressed up in groundhog. You got the real authentic groundhog. I mean, come on.
Even if the rodents are right about 6 more weeks of winter on the prairies, Phillips figures that's good news, since a winter that ends in mid-March is a deal most Albertans would take.
On Groundhog Day, we put our trust in nature to help predict the... Wait a minute, this feels very familiar. You know what? Turns out predicting weather long-term is actually difficult, even for the experts. So I think I will leave this to the marmots and meteorologists. That, though, I do not like that. Jeremy Thompson, CTV News Edmonton.
That was a little nuts, eh, Josh? I was going to say, now that the groundhogs have had their say, let's go over to the forecaster I actually trust.
I'm with David Phillips on this one. It is looking really, really warm through at least the first half of February. The last time
that we had a February that started this warm, though, was also 2023, also a year where we were coming out of a La Nina, which is what we're doing right now. If history is any guide, I mean, it did still get cold for a stretch of 5 to 7 days at the end of February. First half of February, though, looks pretty good. We'll see what happens in the back half of the month. -3 this morning, 7 degrees for a daytime high today. That's 11 degrees warmer than average and just 3 degrees off record. I think we're going to set a record daytime high on Wednesday here in the city. We had a couple record highs in January. We'll probably set one more here at 10 or 11 degrees for a daytime high Wednesday. Still looks really warm Thursday. The cool spell in the next 10 days, temperatures around 0, still way above average early next week. We'll get back to that forecast in a moment. First, here's a look outside with CTV Drone, which is now brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations, Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Mostly cloudy skies outside in the Edmonton area right now. And we do have some precipitation off to the west of the Edmonton region. I don't think it's going to be as steady as that mixed precipitation and freezing rain that we had late last night, but there might be a couple sprinkles that go through. We're at 4 degrees right now after hitting that high of 7 earlier in the day today. There's your precipitation off to the west. It's coming down pretty good there along Highway 16. Good news is that temperatures are above 0. I do think most of this breaks down as it approaches the Edmonton area, so it would be about a 20 to 30% chance overnight tonight. -1 tomorrow morning, and then a high of about 4 or 5 degrees tomorrow afternoon.
All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, skating for the Stollery, a local pond hockey tournament raising money for sick kids.
We're just grateful for the Stollery, we could use them, and we'd like to support them going forward.
Tuesday on Your Morning Edmonton, an economist weighs in on the financial feasibility of Alberta independence, and artist Lance Cardinal demonstrates a special craft so you can show some love this Valentine's Day.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
A family in the Edmonton area is opening up their backyard hockey rink. They're hosting a tournament raising money for sick kids. The cause is especially important to them because of their personal experience. CTV's Connor Hogg has more.
A hockey game at the local rink isn't a rare thing to see near Fort Saskatchewan in the winter. What is unusual is that this isn't a local rink. It's located in Josh and Brianna Mattern's backyard. Ankle Benders Arena has become quite popular in the neighborhood.
Bent my ankle out here one time. Oh. That was it. Stuck after that.
Attracting many different types of skaters, from the hockey-playing kind to those who are taking their first steps on the ice.
You're doing it all by yourself. Look at you.
And even some on 4 legs.
At first I was like, let's just build a pond in the backyard, just without boards, just a pond. And then my lovely husband had the great idea to build boards, and I hemmed and hawed, and I'm like, I don't know if we need that.
The project got a little bigger, with the Matterns building it for their future kids. When Berkeley was born, she came with complications.
She was a breached baby and needed some support with her hips. She had hip dysplasia, so we were just grateful for the Stollery, we could use them, and we'd like to support them going forward.
Support in their own special way from a hockey tournament scheduled for next week. A 12-team tournament will put some pressure on homemade ice, but the Matterns have that covered.
We're surfing the Kijiji. It's a dangerous thing.
I said no about 40 times.
It took a bit of convincing, and then I think I can say I told you so now.
It is well worth it.
Even though players in the Galloway Classic tournament will take to the ice this weekend, its owners still consider the rink as a work in progress.
We're looking for a scoreboard next. That's our next purchase.
The pursuit of the perfect place to play a good old hockey game is never over.
Say woohoo!
Near Fort Saskatchewan, Connor Hogg, CTV News.
The Edmonton Oilers have demoted one of their goaltenders. Calvin Pickard has cleared waivers, although at this point it's unclear what will happen to him. He joined the team in 2023 but hasn't played a game for the Oilers in more than 3 weeks. Goalies Tristan Jarry and Connor Ingram remain with the club. Leon Draisaitl says he will miss Pickard, calling him a great goalie and a great person.
I think I speak for everyone in here that, you know, he's one of the greatest teammates all of us have had, and did a lot of great things for this organization. Played a lot of big games, a lot of big wins.
You know what? I'm trying to look at it in the best way possible. When he got up here, I don't think anybody was expecting him to have the kind of run that he had for us. Amazing teammate, amazing guy.
The Oilers have 2 games left before the Olympic break. They host the Toronto Maple Leafs tomorrow night and visit the Calgary Flames on Wednesday. Some of the best blind curlers in the country are competing in Edmonton this week. For the first time in its 18-year history, the Canadian Vision Impaired Curling Championship is taking place in Western Canada. Teams from 7 provinces are fighting for the title. Everyone playing has a visual impairment, and each team has a guide and a coach who can fully see. Blind curling follows the same rules as regular curling. Players use different tools, though, to help them aim while throwing the rocks.
Rather than aim at a broom, they might aim at a light, or they might have an audio cue. Somebody might tap the ice for them to release the rock in a certain position. So whatever the curler requires, and it fluctuates, as does the vision level fluctuate between the curlers.
Organizers say the sport is still growing internationally. They hope one day its athletes can compete at the Paralympics. Still to come tonight on CTV News, a local chef comes out of retirement for a food fundraiser for the Mazankowski Heart Institute.
We just need that support.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
A local chef has come out of retirement to make pierogies for a program that saved his life. Brad Smoliak is helping organize a pierogi meal as a fundraiser for the Mazankowski Alberta Heart Institute. The money will go to the ventricular assist device program. The equipment works as a mechanical heart to help pump blood to the rest of the patient's body. Smoliak received a device when he developed heart failure.
I've been a congenital patient at the Mazankowski and the U of A since my life started, so 60 years almost. And they just do a tremendous amount of work at Mazankowski and the University of Alberta Hospital, and we just need that support.
Little Donya is hosting the pierogi meal. Smoliak helped train the staff of Ukrainian newcomers at Donya when the restaurant first opened. Donya, feel like a pierogi now, Josh? And Donya, just love the weather out there. Nice and warm today.
I do. And it's going to stay that way for the next little while. I mean, tomorrow we're probably 2 or 3 degrees cooler than today, but that just means a high of 4 or 5 instead of 7. It's 4 outside right now as you look at mostly cloudy skies. River Valley Sky Camp's brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right or it's free. 8 in Calgary right now. Red Deer's at 1. 5 degrees, Jasper, Grand Prairie, Fort McMurray. Warmer than yesterday, but a little cooler than the rest of the province at -4 right now. There's your precipitation rolling into western Alberta. Some rain here along Highway 16. Looks like in the green zones, it's actually coming down fairly decently. Thankfully, temperatures are above 0, although anything that stays really wet later on tonight, you might see the roads get a little slick as things freeze over. I think a lot of that is going to fall apart as it approaches the Edmonton area. But here's your slight chance for maybe a couple sprinkles late this evening or overnight tonight. Somewhere around midnight will be the most likely time frame. This is not going to be as widespread or as persistent as what we saw last night. So you're not going to see any accumulation of mixed precipitation or ice buildup with that chance. Tomorrow morning, partly cloudy. Clouds increase through the afternoon. Here comes another wave, and this low pressure system is mostly going to affect northern Alberta. So you're going to get some rain, Grand Prairie, Peace River, risk of some freezing rain tomorrow night. Further north, high level, chance of some mixed precipitation or some freezing rain. And then around Fort McMurray, chance of some wet snow that flips over to a risk of freezing rain for late Tuesday night. Here at Edmonton, you can see it approaching from the northwest late tomorrow night, but it does again look like it'll break down as it pushes through the Edmonton region. So again, we're not expecting anything all that significant for precipitation over the next couple of days. Just more warm weather. That's really sort of the big story. -9, Fort McMurray, -7 in Grand Prairie, -4 in Red Deer tomorrow morning. We'll slip just below the freezing mark here in the city. Get back to around the freezing mark in the northwest tomorrow. That chance of precipitation late in the day. Fort McMurray at about -6 for a daytime high. A little closer to 0 for Cold Lake, Lac-La-Biche, and Vegreville. You had Edson, Whitecourt, 3 or 4 degrees above the freezing mark. Jasper and Red Deer, handful of degrees above 0. And right around 0 in through east central Alberta. Here in Edmonton, 4 degrees tomorrow, maybe even 5. We'll see how things play out. Light wind. The record for Wednesday is 9.4 from 1991. I think that's going to fall. 10, maybe even 11 degrees for a daytime high. Still up around 8 or 9 for a high on Thursday. And then in the 4 or 5 degree range for daytime highs Friday, Saturday. Look at those morning lows. Morning lows warmer than the average highs for this time of year. And it just goes on. Another chance of some rain comes Sunday of this coming weekend. And then there's signs of a little bit of a cool down early next week, but only back to around the freezing mark for daytime highs. And it actually looks like temperatures will start to climb once again once we hit the middle to the end of next week.
All right, Josh, thank you. Post Malone and Jelly Roll are bringing their stadium tour to Edmonton. The pair will be hitting the road together this summer with Carter Faith. They will play Commonwealth Stadium on July 24th. Edmonton is one of only 2 Canadian stops on the tour. Tickets go on sale next Tuesday through Ticketmaster. Still ahead tonight, how the city of Edmonton is marking Black History Month through awareness and art.
CTV News at 5 continues.
The City of Edmonton is recognizing Black History Month. The recipients of this year's Black History Month Initiative Fund were revealed at City Hall. Edmonton's Congress of Black Women of Canada is among the recipients. The group is collaborating with Victoria School of the Arts to showcase steel pan drumming, pottery, and storytelling.
If all students get to learn about each other, then our community will be better and they will be able to engage, they will be able to understand, they will be able to see how the similarities between their cultures and other cultures.
The city is also highlighting 20 Black artists with a new art exhibit. The living portraits will be on display at City Hall until June 16th. And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.